this is Orsi, and this is gonna be a very quick, very not good quality video because A, I'm using the front-facing camera on my iPad, and B, should have said 2. Why did I say B? 2, it's kind of cloudish morning, at least this part of my room. The other side of the house is already, you know, in full sunshine, but I just have a few minutes, like not a long time before I have to go to work. And these days I'm quite busy. I'm gonna explain later in a different video why. So I don't really have that much of a time to film videos when the circumstances are right. So, you know, I either film a video right at this second, or I don't film it for the weekend. I'm kind of annoyed if I skip a week, so I decided to just, you know, do it. So as you can see from the title, I stopped officially the Wildwood Tarot study. I mean, unofficially I stopped it about 3 months ago. Reason being, I just got busy. That's gonna be the whole explanation, pretty much. But my original idea, you know, my intentions were to study it for the whole year, if you know, don't know. And I set up a Discord. It was just fun, but I just didn't have time, a lot of time in the first 3 months. But I was thinking that, okay, that's the busiest work-wise, and there was a lot of, you know, Christmas and the winter month. But I was sure that, you know, as summer comes along, I will be switching jobs, which will mean that I will have a different schedule, but I fully assumed that I will have more time and I can do the study like better in the summer months. But surprise, life didn't turn out how I expected it to be. Honestly, I don't even know why I tried to plan a year ahead. Things are just always in the move. I kind of feel like, even though my official card wasn't the death card in any way, and I didn't pull it, it's not, you know, like the main card. The Chariot is very much representing the energy I'm in, but death is also like fully there. So there's a lot that you know, changing. And one of the main things that happened, which is not a big one but a small thing that had an impact on the study, was that I had to rearrange my room. I had to move my desk here because on the other side where I had it, the tree died like 2 years ago or something, and we fully cut it down last year, and the direct sunlight is just making everything impossible, you know, to see. When I sit there, I couldn't see my screens, I couldn't see, you know, anything, because it was just direct sunlight, and especially during summer months, it's just like torture. So, you know, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna move my desk. And I don't know how, but during that move, I lost the notebook that I was making notes for the first 3 months, you know, the first quarter of the deck study. And I'm not someone who loses things. Honestly, if I look around in my room, I know where is what, because I rarely lose things. And I'm not saying it to brag, it's just something that you know, I don't lose things that easily. So I'm kind of suspicious, like, why I managed to lose this in one notebook, which is very important for the study. And yeah, I could go back and, you know, reread the book and the other book, because we were using the Year in the Wildwood as well, and make notes again. But honestly, 3 months worth of just journaling, like free associating things and making notes and coming up with ideas, when I was in the season of the first 3 months, didn't seem as appealing, to be honest, when I was supposed to do the second 3. So I was just putting it off, you know, like starting the second 3, because I always felt like I'm missing those, you know, notes, and I'm missing the option to continue in the notebook. I have issues, I know. I went through a few, I can't even remember the cards. I think I started, like I made, you know, like highlighted stuff in the guidebook that was important for me to make notes of. I mean, I think this was the word 3, where I was like, okay, this is not working for me. I just felt so frustrated by the lost effort that I put in the deck. that I just couldn't continue. And the other thing is, how I read the wands is, the wand suit, the fire suit, is connected to health. So I'm not at all surprised that there were a lot of health issues that came up during the past few months that I had to deal with. One is a good one, which I will talk about, you know, in the other video later. Like, hopefully I'm making it in the weekend. But you know, there was a lot going on, and not all bad at all. There's quite a few like really nice things that I'm happy that I have, but my mind is still just all over the place after, you know, a work day, and especially because I have 2 jobs right now. So I have an extra thing to do after I come home from a day, like a long day at not the office anymore, it's the library right now. And I do the office work as a second job, which means that I barely have any mental capacity to just think about, you know, like studying. And I was hoping that it's get better when I switched jobs, but like I said, it didn't. And now it's just fully ridiculous to even pretend that, you know, the study is still ongoing, because it's not. It doesn't mean that I'm skipping the study as a whole, or that I'm giving up on this deck. I still gonna, you know, learn this whole thing because I want to. It's just I don't feel like it's the right season for it or right time. So what I'm gonna do is, the deck is part of the 12 decks that I chose for the 12 months this year. So I'm probably gonna pick an autumn wintry month and make this as my main deck to work with for a month. And then hopefully it's gonna get me over the whole it's too complicated, it's too much, so I don't dare to use it kind of feeling that I have. First step is probably gonna be chopping off the borders, not the titles, because the keywords are, I think, very important for this deck, because it's different than, you know, a regular RWS deck. I still feel like it's too bad that they numbered it the way an RWS deck would be numbered. I still think that I'm gonna just do the renumbering, and what I mean by it is that I'm probably gonna just go with the element, like fire, and then it's gonna be like F1, like maybe even 0. Like F0 is gonna be the main card, that's the main energy of the season, or the you know, like the part of the wheel, which is, I just wanted to, where's the, like, there's, you know, there's the wheel in the guidebook. Here's, you know, using this one. So like the, you know, the time of bows is the fire, and the main one is it the virtue or song of life? I mean maybe it's 2, so, you know, maybe I will decide on the order, but maybe the virtue is gonna be the 0, and the sun of life is gonna be the 1, and then the other majors are gonna be like either 2, 2, 2, you know, because they are on the same level, or 2A, 2B. I'm gonna renumber the whole thing in a way that it makes sense. I want the numbers to reflect the connection that I already found during the first 3 months, because it was such an easier way to realize or recognize how this deck should be used when I looked at the cards that belong to a season in an order that they came up in the guidebook. It just makes more sense, and the numbers, the original, you know, RWS numbers, just ruin that association for me. You know, it's just for me. So I think I'm just gonna fully like go through with the whole thing and renumber everything. So I'm gonna mod the deck, mod the hell out of this deck for sure. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just it just makes no sense to pretend. Richie was doing a lot more work. I know he's still studying the deck, which is so awesome. So if you don't follow Longman Tarot, please do, because he might, you know, update on his progress about the deck. You guys and us, because, you know, like I said, I don't want to skip the whole thing, and I really enjoyed the idea of studying this deck with other people. I just wasn't in the place to organize it in a way that I wanted it to be. So if I would do a deck study in the future, for sure I wouldn't pick this long, even though this is supposed to be a year long study. I would do a shorter one, and I would make more preparation so that I could help other people stay engaged as well. Because even though I specifically said that, you know, I'm not leading this study, I just wanted to us to study together. Obviously, since I put up the video, I created the Discord server, I should have done more, and I really do apologize for that, for not being able to do that, because I fully, you know, like planned on, you know, like doing it. But it's just life, and unfortunately right now it wasn't the right time. But yeah, maybe a few years from now it's gonna be one. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not saying that this deck doesn't deserve a year long study. It's a great deck. I still feel like it's gonna be one of my main ones as soon as I manage to fully absorb the system. Or maybe I'm just, you know, delusional about this deck. I don't know. But yeah. Also, side note, I really miss getting decks. I really miss the depository, and I hate not knowing which decks are out, which are not, because that was my easiest way to keep track of things. But yeah, okay, that's not connected to anything Wildwood related. Honestly, thank you everyone who joined, even if, you know, for the few posts on the Discord, which is still gonna be there. It's available. You can join and see what others posted about certain cards for the first 3 months, which is the season of air. Right? It's been a while. Let me just. I mean, it starts with you know, Imbolc and my birthday, so it should be air. Right? Yeah. Obviously, okay, I'm not imagining things anymore. There are posts by other people, you know, regarding certain cards that can be useful. So if you want to, you can check it out always. But yeah, this is all, and honestly, I'm kind of sad, because I was really hyped, and I was sure that I will do this, and it's gonna be amazing. And not being able to do it is just another thing that I need to accept. But I'm learning that lesson, I think, better in the past 2 years. You know, like just allowing things to happen and not be a control freak over it, and just not be stressed out about things not turning out the way that I was expecting or hoping them to be, and allowing growth to take place, even if I'm not seeing it in the moment, that there is a way to grow in a different way. I think I'm getting better at it, so hopefully it's not a setback, it's just, you know, a different course that I'm taking. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the graphic quality, I know it's gonna be very, very grainy. Hopefully the audio is good, is not as bad as last time I tried to do a, you know, like a face-to-face video with you guys. I tested it with 3 minutes, so if it's not, then I'm just gonna put it up in with the crappy audio, and there's gonna be another thing that I can apologize for. But yeah, see you soon in a much longer, more detailed video. Thank you guys, bye!